Good day everyone, we are the Group 2 presenter and our report will discuss exchange rate policies focusing on the various factors that influence the exchange rate, including the most recent development in the exchange rate market, and also we will be talking about the black market.
Other factors without import restriction and foreign exchange control, there are other factors which tend to increase our demand for goods and service. From the United States and Western Europe countries like England, France, and Germany. One factor is our colonial mentality. We love American and European goods. Ang colonial mentality ay tumutukoy sa pagmamahal at pagpapahalaga natin sa mga produkto at kultura. Ito ay bunga ng nakaraang pananakop at impluwensya ng mga dayuhan sa bansa nating kultura at pamumuhay.
Exchange rate policies. Most less developed countries have been experiencing balance of payment difficulties. Even some rich countries have suffered such aforementioned problems. A country with a persistent balance of payments deficit could maintain the official rate of exchange by using its international reserves or gold, US dollars, SDRS, or British pound. If these are not enough, it has to borrow from the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, rich countries, and private international financial institutions. In addition, it has to restrict imports by means of tariffs, quotas, and dollar allocations. So, exchange rate policy is ito yung strategies ng mga government na ginagamit upang kontrolin ang halaga ng kanilang pera compare sa iba. Kabilang dito ang mga fixed rates, floating rates, or managed system. Makakatulong rin ito sa pagpapanatili ng stable na inflation rate sa isang economy. At minimake sure din nito ang stability sa foreign exchange rate that encourage foreign trade.
A deficit country may eliminate its balance of payments problems by adopting any of the following exchange rates policies. Peg exchange rates. The price of a foreign currency, like the US dollar, is fixed by a monetary authority or central bank. Peg exchange rates are exchange rates that are set by way of pegging of one's currency with another country's currency, or some other valuable measure such as gold. Central bank of country takes care of this. When it comes working, central bank buys and sells its currency in open market as per situation. For example, ang domestic currency ay bumabagsak kumpara sa iba. Pagkatapos ang central bank ay gagawa ng sariling foreign currency from its foreign currency reserves. Exactly opposite works when domestic currency rises. Advantages: increase in profitability of small business, stability and increased reliability, increase in government discipline. The disadvantages: huge foreign exchange reserves, high inflation or deflation, rigidity in governmental policies.
Free floating or flexible exchange rates. The price of a foreign currency such as the US dollar is determined by the free interplay between the forces of the demand and supply. When the demand for dollar is greater than the supply of dollar, the price of the dollar increases. If the supply of the dollar is greater than the demand of dollar, the price of the dollar decreases. So basically, kapag mas mataas ang demand ng isang dollar and mababa ang supply nito, doon nagkakaroon ng increasing of value sa isang currency. Kapag naman mas mababa ang demand ng isang dollar and mas mataas ang supply nito, doon nagkakaroon ng decreasing of the value of currency. So, like for example, sa Iran, Iranian riyals is 42,070 equivalent to 1 US dollar. So, 1 US dollar is equivalent to 42,070. So, imagine, $1 is nagkakahalagang 42,070 ng Iranian riyals. So, bakit nga ba naging ganun kalaki at naging ganun kababa ang value ng isang Iranian riyals? So, dahil mataas ang inflation sa Iranian riyals at bumababa ang demand for currency nila, kaya bumababa rin ang value ng kanilang pera. So, hindi rin tayo pwedeng gumawa ng pera if yung demand naman sa ating currency is mababa. So, mababa lang din yung value kapag gumawa ng pera.
Let's proceed to manage floating exchange rate. Wherein a managed floating exchange rate, also known as dirty float, refers to a type of exchange rate regime wherein a country's currency value is allowed to fluctuate in response to foreign exchange market mechanisms. However, the central bank of the country intervenes by buying or selling its currency to moderate the exchange rate movement whenever necessary. It's a middle ground between a fully floating exchange, kung saan ang halaga ng pera ay natutukoy ng buo ng mga pwersa ng merkado nang walang anumang pakikialam, at isang nakapirming palitan ng pera kung saan ang halaga ng pera ay nakakabit sa ibang pera o isang basket ng mga pera. Examples of countries that employ a managed float include the Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom.
The foreign exchange market involves the buying and selling of currencies between different countries. Commercial banks play a significant role in this market as they facilitate currency transaction for business, individuals, and other financial institutions.
Purchases and sales of foreign exchange are conducted at the foreign exchange trading center from 8:30 to 9 in the morning of every banking day. The foreign exchange market is where currencies are bought and sold. In this case, the foreign exchange trading center facilitates this transaction between different currencies. It operates from 8:30 to 9 in the morning on banking days, providing a window for trading currencies at fixed times.
Black market. Participants in the black market are numerous. They operate in all parts of the country. Most of them are visible in Avenida, Escolta, and the Central Post Office. The rest are located in every big town and city. Their purchases and sales of US dollars do not pass through the official banking channels. This means their foreign exchange receipts are not reported to the Bangko Sentral. So dito sa black market is maraming sangkot dito, hindi lang sa isang lugar kundi sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa. Pero visible lang siya or mas visible siya sa bansang Avenida, Escolta, and sa Central Post Office. Dito is ito yung lihim or secret transaction lang na ginagawa ng mga kabilang dito ng pagbili or pagbenta ng mga produkto. Kabilang dito yung palitan ng pera. Meaning, yung transaction nila dito sa black market is hindi legal or hindi dumadaan sa mga opisyal na bangko, kaya hindi naiuulat sa Bangko Sentral.